So to get some context for my analysis of the shot clock, I started out on the wiki page. Apparently, one of the inciting events that led to the implementation of the shot clock was a game that occurred on November 22nd, 1950, when the Pistons defeated the Lakers by a record score of 19-18, including a 3-1 fourth quarter. The Pistons held the ball for minutes at a time, and they only attempted 13 shots the entire game. They took a lot of flack for that style of play. The fans were booing, the Lakers bench was jeering, even the referees were reportedly yelling at the Pistons to do something. After the game, the St. Paul Dispatch, a paper that followed the Lakers, wrote, "The Pistons gave the game of basketball a great black eye." So this is one of those situations where the implicit rules, the sportsmanship, the traditions, and the social pressures were unsuccessful in achieving the ideal pace of play. And when the implicit rules are not enough, you need explicit rules. Danny Bassone, owner of the Syracuse Nationals, is credited with inventing the shot clock. He explains the reasoning for the time on the clock like this. "I looked at the box scores for the games where they didn't screw around and stall. Each team took about 60 shots. The quick maths there, 60 shots per team means 120 shots per 48-minute game. The result was 24 seconds per shot." Of course, teams aren't necessarily going to take the full 24 seconds, so this formula is a little suspect, but nonetheless, he convinced the NBA to adopt the shot clock for the 54-55 season. When it was put into use, there was a bit of growing pains, with teams nervous by the clock and going too fast rather than trying to get a good shot. But on the whole, the change was a hit. Scores went up from an average of 79 points a game to 93 points a game. A big increase in points was accompanied by a big increase in attendance. So from the fans, the players, the rules experts, the shot clock received almost universal praise. What can be learned from this? What about this situation did I find worthy of countless hours of data analysis? Well, the four-corner stall offenses were most frequently used to retain the lead by holding the ball until the clock ran out. This is a problem because it doesn't allow teams to come back. It's a bummer to play 3 quarters, have it be a close game, and then have the other team screw around stalling for a few minutes, keeping you from being able to get back in the game. What I thought was really interesting, though, is why teams would stall throughout the game, like in the example of the Lakers-Pistons matchup. The Pistons' strategy was to reduce the number of possessions to increase variance and give them a better chance of an upset against the stronger team. If each team has 60 to 100 possessions, odds are really high the Lakers are going to come out scoring more. But in a game where each team is getting less than 20 shots, you don't get a large enough sample size for the Lakers to have a significant edge. And this is what inspired me to ask the question, how much does the shot clock hurt underdogs?